All right, let's talk about something that affects pretty much all of us, hitting our wallets and our planet: food waste. But the good news is we're also going to look at a new national plan that's trying to turn this huge problem into a pretty powerful opportunity. Okay, let's get into it. So first things first, to really get a handle on this, we've got to understand just how big of a challenge we're facing. And trust me, it's bigger than most of us probably think, and it's happening every single day all across the country. I want you to really think about that for a second. Over a third of all the food that's produced, grown, and shipped around in the United States never actually gets eaten. So the big question is, where does it all go? Yep, the landfill. It gets hauled away and buried. Just think about that for a moment. A staggering amount of perfectly good food just ends its journey as trash. It's kind of mind-blowing. And here's what makes that even crazier. Food isn't just a part of our trash problem. It's the single biggest part. We throw away more food than plastic, more than paper, more than anything else. And this creates this really painful situation where we're burying tons of food while millions of American families are struggling to put enough on the table. It just doesn't add up. Okay, so this isn't just some abstract environmental issue. Not at all. This waste has a very real, very direct price tag, and you're the one paying for it. Let's actually break down what this is costing the average American family. So the EPA crunched the numbers, and for the average individual American, this is how much money gets thrown away each year in the form of uneaten food: $728. And to make that feel a little more real, that comes out to about $14 every single week. Gone. Imagine literally tossing that in the trash can along with your leftovers. Now, for a family of 4, that number just explodes. It adds up to nearly $3,000 a year. Seriously, think about what your family could do with an extra $3,000. That's a vacation, a major car repair, or a huge boost to your savings account. And to put that number in perspective, that almost $3,000 is a full 11% of what the average family spends on groceries and eating out. It's a significant slice of the household budget, just going straight to the landfill. But here's where the story starts to change, where we pivot from the problem to a potential solution. The EPA has launched a new national initiative designed to tackle this challenge head-on, and it's called Feed It Onward. And this isn't just some top-down government program. It's all about partnership. This quote from Sarah Frey, the CEO of Frey Farms, one of the very first partners, I think it really captures the spirit of the whole thing. It's about businesses and communities working together. So what is Feed It Onward at its heart? Well, you can think of it like a national matchmaker for food. The mission is simple, but it's really powerful. Connect those who have surplus food with those who need it most. The goal is to make sure we feed people, not landfills. Okay, so the mission is clear. Now let's dig into how it actually works on the ground. How does the program connect that extra food with the communities that need it? It really boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you have an organization, maybe a farm or a grocery store, that has extra food that's perfectly good but might otherwise get thrown out. Second, Feed It Onward helps connect that donor to a local partner, like a food bank or a military base. And third, that food gets to people who need it. It's just a straightforward, logical solution. And what's really cool is that this is a true team effort. The whole program is voluntary, and it brings together a huge range of partners from all across the food system. We're talking about everyone from the farmers growing the food to the grocery stores selling it, all working with nonprofits and even military bases to make a difference. Now, this isn't just something to watch from the sidelines. The success of an initiative like this really depends on people, partners, and communities getting actively involved. So let's look at how you can be a part of it. The program really has a clear path for everyone. If you're a business or a nonprofit, you can share your story and become a featured partner. If you're a community leader, you can take inspiration from these models and start a food recovery program right in your hometown. And for all of us, the first step is to just learn about this, talk about it, and spread the word. You know, this initiative is also tied to something bigger. It's part of the America 250 celebration, which marks the nation's 250th anniversary. And it's really framed as a reflection of those core American values, generosity, community, and that common sense idea of not letting good resources go to waste. So we'll end with this question. We've seen the national scale of the problem and the framework for a solution. But now I want you to think about it on a local level. All that wasted food, all that wasted money, what could it become in your hometown? What opportunities could it create? That's the real food for thought.